It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, the waiting game is over. They've been building team chemistry, refining their strategy. They feel like they have a great game plan in place to nab a victory in Game 1. And tonight, we'll get to see it all unfold. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us. Shaq, what were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
Two things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh, man. You're the greatest.
I love you guys.
You are the greatest.
I appreciate that.
I don't even care what you got to say about it. Well, I do. What are you looking forward to besides hanging out with us?
I was just looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and seeing the off-season changes. But if I had to choose between the off-season changes and how they pan out, and hanging out with you guys, I would take the off-season changes to see how it pans out.
I got your back.
I got your back.
And I wish you weren't back. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Here in Orlando, it's interconference basketball as the Magic look to defend home court at the Amway Center. Here, matched up against San Antonio, is how they'll tip off the new season. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, hello there. Spurs coach Greg Popovich made the top 5 in all-time coaching wins last season. When asked about it, Pop said, "It's the most important thing in my life. My grandchildren can take a hike." I don't think he was being serious, guys.
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special. And no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14, 15.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Gay is the 3 with Aldridge at the 4. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gasol at the center position. Now here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today.
It's stolen by DeRozan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. TJ Augustine picks one up.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
That free throw missing. Well, last season, DeMar DeRozan, one of the handful of NBA players, Steve, who bravely spoke out about mental health and how it impacts them personally.
Yeah, had a great column in which he talked about his depression and anxiety. Never easy for a star athlete or anyone to be so frank about that kind of subject. It takes a lot of courage to do that, and DeRozan was rightfully applauded for his honesty.
And he sinks the second.
I mean, a terrific free throw shooter, DeRozan, really pushes the action, looking to score and or get fouled.
Now, here's Bamba. Fournier's shot is off. DeRozan against Fournier, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Orlando called for the foul.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
A slow start here for Orlando in this one. 7-point differential. It's tipped. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Murray. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I like the extra pass. We know Rudy's a shooter first, but he also understands what this offense requires.
It's Fournier on the wing. Pass to Bamba. To the middle. Here's Augustine, and he lays it straight in.
That has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
You know, I think they might have tried too hard at the start of this game. Let's see if this settles them down.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Gordon a screen. There's the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Now here's Gasol. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Ross. Fournier in the corner. Down low. Here's Bamba. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Gasol. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
To the inside, and the dunk by Bamba.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Aldridge kicks to Murray. Stolen by Bamba. Augustine against Murray. Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Kept alive. Gordon, the pass to Augustine. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Gay. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
I like how he absorbed contact. Rudy Gay with the body control to finish through it.
To the paint, changes up. No good from Ross.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Here's DeRozan, and hand down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Fournier, Gay with the block. Right side Aldridge. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night. The Magic trail by 9. In the corner, it's Gordon. San Antonio with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The lead pushed to double digits. 9 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Steve, even to this day, Pau Gasol can be a factor on the offensive end.
He's really developed range later in his career. You can still post him up. He can still pass it. He shares it. And an underrated competitor.
Looking now at some numbers for Evan Fournier. Last year, getting it done. Averaged 17 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches. I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound. I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Murray against Augustine. Inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Murray penetrating. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Murray's got 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
DeRozan brings the double team to the inside. Shot from 12. It's deflected. Aldridge against Gordon from the baseline. And it's Aldridge missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the middle. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Ross. Rebound, San Antonio.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's DeRozan, and the layup's good off the glass. 13 points in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's Fournier on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
DeRozan, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic trail by 13. Outside Fournier. He feeds it to Bamba.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. Simmons checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
The Magic trail by 14. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Orlando's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. The Magic making a switch here. Birch is checked in. Simmons against Walker. And no good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Orlando.
And they really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
Screen by Grant. Vucevic down low. Here's Isaac, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backboard, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
And finished off by Walker.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Down low, here's Simmons. Rebounded by the Spurs.
How is it possible? Wide open too.
Here's Mills. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
The Magic trail by 16. Pick by Vucevic. Grant kicks to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon. Has the size to dominate inside. Now just needs to add the muscle. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Now, here's Grant, covered by Mills. Back to Grant. The shot from the low post is good.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Here's Mills. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Grant the pass to Birch. Back to Grant. Tries a 3. The shot by Birch, no good. San Antonio leading by 16. Walker tries again, and it's finished off inside by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his first points in this one.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Inside, and it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Simmons.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Here's Mills. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. A man who's making a living out of stretching the floor, being in the right position. Certainly that's Patty Mills, Steve.
He's played with the best. He's learned from the best. Over time, he's become a better facilitator. But his bread and butter is that jump shot.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Mills. And Smitty, the three-point shot last season, not the Spurs' best friend.
They rarely shoot a ton of threes, but the ones they take, they usually make at a high clip. They had a new starting point guard, and Kawhi Leonard only played 9 games. That won't help.
And both free throws good for Mills.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
Now, here's Grant. Not a lot of room. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter of the game.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
To the inside. Here's Birch. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Here's Mills. Banked in off the glass. Mills has got 10 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Passes it to Simmons. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Forbes checked in. .105 left here in the opening quarter. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Bellinelli. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
To the middle. Here's Owundu. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Mills, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
And it's the Magic with the ball after the basket by San Antonio. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Vucevic.
That's his first personal foul.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And both free throws good for Mills.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early.
as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
The Magic trail by 20. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Simmons kicks to Vucevic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
So it's San Antonio now. Here is Forbes, guarded by Simmons.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
A one-do. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's San Antonio closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, this is why you have a scouting department. You want to uncover those role players who can make an impact.
On the court for San Antonio, we've got Mills. Pirtle is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the two-guard. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Down low. And it's a one-do missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bertans can't get it to go.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And it's Vucevic missing. Here's Forbes. He shoots again. And Bellinelli with the lay-in. Bellinelli's got his third basket of the night right there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
To the paint. Here's a one-do. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Isaac. And they're able to recover. And good that time.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. You know, analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it is an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. But I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balanced on using it more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Fournier is checked in for Jonathan Simmons. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Bertans. Gay comes in for Marco Bellinelli. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. To the inside, here's DeRozan. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
It's blocked. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wandu passes to Fournier. The second chance effort. The shot, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. DeRozan gets the bucket.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
And Augustine kicks to a Wandu. To the middle, here's Fournier, and he gets it to go.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Here is Augustine. Feeds it to Bamba. And it goes down 2 points. Bamba's got 11 points.
Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
You've got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Here's Augustine following the bucket by the Spurs. Over to the wing, takes the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Augustine's got his second bucket.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge putting pressure on this defense, getting into the seams and making plays.
And Aldridge comes over to help. And stolen by Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And so here's Orlando, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Orlando, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. To the inside, Fournier, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Now here's Fournier. He has 6. Another shot, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
The length and anticipation of Aldridge, a tough combo to score against. Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
And for the Magic, they're shooting 47% in the second quarter. Knocked away. And Aldridge comes over to help. Augustine dishes to Fournier. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Kem Birch is checked in for the Magic. Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio. Here are the Magic now. DeRozan brings the double team. Down low. Takes the 13-footer. Hangs. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gasol with the defensive effort. Gay against Gordon. Shot's good by Gay. Gay's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
Here's Fournier following the bucket by the Spurs. Outside Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Augustine from outside, kept alive. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Watching DeRozan tonight, you're reminded of how good, how resourceful a scorer he can be.
Al Fournier, 6 points for him. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Fournier's got 6 here in this quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Murray. Augustine grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
When you watch Rudy Gay, when he's in rhythm, he can still help you out. Good athlete, good jump shooter, not an easy matchup for opponents.
Ross is checked in for Bamba, then for the Spurs. Walker comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Murray.
One shot.
And Smitty discussing Gay, he seems better now at getting his points within the flow of that offense.
Experience gives you poise. It gives you a bigger view of the game. Gay's able to stay patient now and pick his spots.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Here's Walker. Count it, good. Walker's got 6.
Known as more of a shooter than a playmaker, Mills has improved at running the offense.
Now the feed to Fournier. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Fournier's gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. And DeRozan. Here we go. It's good. DeRozan's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fournier against Walker. DeRozan brings the double team. Here's Ross. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
Augustine grabs the board.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the lead pass.
Here's Mills, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
There's a screen. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. The 3 from Mills. That one doesn't go. The Magic go the other way with it. 59 seconds left in the first half. Gordon with the screen for Augustine. That's tipped. Mills with the steal. Ball going up court. Finished off the break. Mills has got 18 points.
You know, he's a streak scorer. Patty has got into a good rhythm here tonight.
Augustine with it. He's got 5. The dish now to Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to DeRozan. Over Ross. Ball's not loose, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. So for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Simmons comes in for Fournier, and it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. San Antonio also making some changes. Davis Bertans checks in for Gay, and it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Kem Birch. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Shot's good by Walker.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Here's Simmons. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's San Antonio running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 23 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
The Magic shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Augustine in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
2 points. That one goes.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
The pass to Aldridge, and stolen by Gordon. Here's Ross, and again it's Orlando converting. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Here's Augustine. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Some smaller players spend most of their time on the perimeter. Others really sacrifice, Steve, their bodies to make plays inside.
I think some of the small guys that get in there, like you said, is Kyrie Irving, one of the best at finishing. Kemba Walker, Mike Conley, Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry. Some of these smaller guys who don't mind throwing their body into the paint.
First one falls for him.
Some people see Popovich as uncompromising. He can be that way, but working things out with LaMarcus Aldridge last year, just another great coaching achievement.
So he gets them both. And with that Aldridge situation, Popovich said he was the first player to ever bluntly ask him for a trade.
And Popovich replied, Kevin, I'll be happy to trade you. You get me a talent like Kevin Durant, I'll drive you to the airport. Later, Pop says he was overcoaching Aldridge on the offensive end and took care of it.
The Spurs have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And he makes the first. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. DeRozan brings the double team, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
Gasol passes to Murray. Augustine with the steal. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Now here is Augustine. He's got 9, and DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. DeRozan brings the double team. And counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
The Magic have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
DJ Augustine.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Augustine. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter, and that one drops.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And Orlando has possession. After the basket by San Antonio. Here's Gordon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Magic have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Aaron Gordon.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trailblazers. Those 2 teams, I think I had my best run.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
A 5-star recruit out of high school, Aldridge reportedly asked Shaq for advice about jumping to the NBA. Shaq told him to go to college. A couple years later, Aldridge is drafted the number 2 pick overall.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Murray.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
And regarding Aldridge, given his success at Texas, sounds like Shaq was right.
Aldridge just needed to develop strength, polish his skills. Hard to say where he would have been drafted right out of high school, but after 2 years of college, he went second.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
DeRozan brings the double team. Gasol with the steal. And Murray, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got 24.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here is Ross, following the score by Aaron Gordon, goes back up, and Fournier kicks to Bamba. Gordon with a screen on Gay. Rebound, San Antonio. Gasol's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Aldridge, no luck. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Augustine with it, now guarded by Murray. Back to Augustine. Down low, and stolen by Aldridge. And Murray, here we go. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. DJ Augustine picks one up. The Spurs have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Magic making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Pirtle's checked in. And so Murray nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
DeRozan brings the double team. Gordon with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Spurs have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Fournier following the score by DeMar DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan from beyond the arc, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. To the paint. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
From deep, Gay. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Owundu for 3. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Owundu's got 7 points.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Orlando, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Evan Fournier.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Murray. And so Fournier nails both of them.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And here's Mills from the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Mills has got 21 in the game.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Now here's Grant, covered by Mills. Here's Vucevic. San Antonio with the rebound. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And it goes down 2 points.
The 7'5" wingspan. That's what makes Aldridge so difficult to stop inside.
Now, here's Grant. Vucevic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Shots good by Walker.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Here's Grant following the bucket by the Spurs. Kicks it to Fournier. Here's a 1-2. DeRozan defending.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Here's Aldridge, and it's San Antonio with another.
This is his wheelhouse. LaMarcus Aldridge, unstoppable from mid-range.
And stolen by Aldridge. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. It's a foul in Orlando. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
And he can't get the first one.
Decent when he entered the league. Aldridge has turned himself into a phenomenal free throw shooter.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Davis Bertans checks in for Purdy. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. No luck that time either. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Grant kicks to Simmons. Picked by Vucevic. Fournier gets a wide-open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 23 points for Evan Fournier. And the Spurs with possession. Here's Aldridge. That shot off. Great D that time from Vucevic. Fournier passes to Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shots good by Mills.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
The rebound by Grant. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 6 points for him.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Smooth sailing for San Antonio. A baseline J. Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
The wingspan, the timing, Aldridge devastating on the offensive glass.
Magic shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Vucevic a screen on Bellinelli to the inside. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Here's Mills. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Ball's knocked loose. He kicks to Bellinelli. Sinks that one from the post.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Here's Orlando now. And here is Grant. He has 6. Fournier for 3. And that one is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shots good by Walker.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
That's how they've got to this point in the game. Lots of activity, fantastic focus.
To the inside, and he gets the bucket. Isaac's got 6.
A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the league pass.
And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
Grant kicks to Isaac. Pass to Simmons. Magic moving the ball around. Vucevic, 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
And it's sent back by Isaac. Berton's shot is good. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. There's the double team with Walker. And Simmons kicks to Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 5th assist in this one.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Vucevic, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Checking out the numbers for Nikola Vucevic. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 16 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Fournier passes to Simmons. To the middle. The pass to Vucevic. He dishes it to Fournier. Back to Vucevic. Outside, Simmons. Here's Isaac. Rebound, San Antonio. Berton's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Aldridge slams it in.
Let Aldridge get to the rim. You know you're in trouble.
Here are the Magic now. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Spurs shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Cunningham is out there with White, and it's Bertans in at the 3. The Magic shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
And the Spurs with possession here. Outside, White. Pass to Cunningham. Banked in off the glass.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
White against Grant. Passes it to Birch. Bertans grabs the board. Berton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Snatched away. Grant against White. Here's Isaac. Orlando getting another chance here.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And another shot. But he recovers it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Cunningham's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Isaac misses. Smooth sailing for San Antonio. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. And he comes up with the deuce. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Misses off the right iron. Well, Orlando's shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. The steal. Here's Bertans. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki, reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. It's stolen. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Down low. Pirtle with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Forbes. The shot from the low post is good.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Here's a 1-2. Shot to stop the run. Missed it, even after all those chances.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Here's Grant. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches. That has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right?
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Here's White. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Grant kicks to Birch. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
Here are the Magic now, after the basket by San Antonio. Inside. And the layup's good off the glass. The Spurs have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Urginus, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Well, Orlando shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Grant the pass to Birch. They get a hand on it, puts it up from 12. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 10 points in just the second half. And he banks in the layup.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
Magic shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Here's a one-do. Buries the long-range jumper.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Here's Bertans, covered by Martin. Bertans' shot is good. Bertans got 9 points now in the quarter.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
Now, here's Grant. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ellis checked in. Here's Birch. Now, here's Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Here's a one-do. And that one hits back iron.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
And it's San Antonio with another.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Here's a one-do. Here's Martin. A second chance effort. A one-do. That's good. Here's White. Dishes to Pirtle. The rebound by Grant. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Unloads from 13. The shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Forbes. A beautiful reverse layup.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
The Magic shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Here's a one-do. Now the dish to Grant. Poked away. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Guys, some great passing from them.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
There's only the Basketball Hall of Fame that is shared among all basketball organizations, Steve. Do you think there should be an NBA Hall of Fame?
You know, Kevin, I do. I mean, I love the way we've done it, and obviously it's been successful. But, you know, the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire body of work, and I think sometimes we don't understand that that's from high school, college level into the NBA, whereas, you know, there's some guys are making it because of that, and there's some guys getting slighted because of that. So I do think one day we should just have the NBA Hall of Fame, just like the NFL.
And that one misses. Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Walker's checked in for the Spurs. That one is no good. Well, Orlando shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's a one-do. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Count it, good.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Bellinelli with it. Now defended by Grant, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Isaac goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Pirtle's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To the middle, here's Gordon. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game. So it's San Antonio now. Walker goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
To the inside. A one-do. That's good.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Bellinelli, good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out, Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. And it's San Antonio with another.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Now, here's Grant. Pass to Gordon. Over Cunningham. And it's Gordon missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Here's Bellinelli. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's a one-do. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Forbes. Lays it up and banks it in.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated. And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Pirtle, taken 9th overall in the 2016 draft, has a great presence in the middle of the paint and can trade blows with the other big men across the league.
chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Grant. Forbes can't get it to go. Orlando with the ball. Grant outside. There's the pass to Awundu. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Down low, Isaac. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Awundu. Now Grant. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We focusing in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.